Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. It is Julie here with your TipRanks pre-market morning update, where we're bringing you everything you need to know before the market opens. So let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome back, and thank you so much for being here. I am on vacation currently, which explains my different background here, but of course, I wanted to bring you guys your morning market update. We'll be covering exciting stock market news, notable earnings reports, as well as the morning's biggest gainers and losers. Now, just a heads up, tomorrow morning, our usual market update is going to be out about an hour later, as I am going through a different time zone. So you can expect to find the video out closer to 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, let's get right into this morning's exciting stock market news. U.S. stock futures are mixed this morning, but leaning more towards the green. We had the Dow futures up 0.41%, S&P 500 futures up 0.19%, while the Nasdaq is down 0.08%. Tech giant Microsoft announced that they are going to be acquiring Supplari. This is in its endeavor to help businesses make strategic decisions by converting supplier spend data into valuable insights. Supplari provides supplier spend insights that enable companies to gain a deeper understanding of data from multiple sources like contracts, purchase orders, invoices, expenses, and supplier risk. Thus, the clubbing of Microsoft Dynamics 365 and Supplari Spend Intelligence Cloud will enable customers to use artificial intelligence to automate the analysis of current data and historical patterns, thereby enhancing the financial decision-making process. Analysts do rate the Microsoft stock a strong buy, with many of them reiterating price targets yesterday following their earnings report. Their average upside potential comes in at over 12%. GameStop announced that they'll be rebranding their EB Games locations. The games and entertainment products retailer said EB Games locations in Canada will take on the GameStop name and brand. The rebranding will also include EB Games online store. The changes are expected to take place by the end of 2021. Shares of GameStop did fall over 5% following the news. Analysts currently rate the GameStop stock a moderate sell with an average downside of 47%. Uber just announced that they've signed an exclusive partnership with FTD, who is a leader in the floral industry. With this partnership, they'll deliver flowers with Uber and Uber Eats to customers across the U.S. through Pro Flowers. The company will initially offer its services to customers in New York, Philadelphia, Chicago, Los Angeles, Dallas, and Miami. The service will then be made available nationwide by early 2022. Analysts rate this stock a strong buy with an average upside of 57%. Now let's take a look at notable earnings reports. Of course, it is a very busy week for earnings, and today is no exception, with about 550 companies expecting to be reporting. Now, last night, Richard Allen covered some big names like Ford, Pfizer, Shopify, and Facebook. This morning, we're expecting to hear from companies like Nokia, Overstock, and MasterCard. And in the after hours, we'll be hearing from Amazon, Pinterest, and Twilio. We recently heard from PayPal, who reported mixed results for their second quarter. Their net revenues stood at $6.24 billion, missing the street's estimates of $6.27 billion. Their net revenues, however, did rise 19% from the last year. Notably, the company reported earnings per share of $1.15, up 7.5% from last year, and topping the street's estimates of $1.13. Analysts rate their stock a strong buy with an average upside of nearly 9%. Coming in with impressive second quarter results was McDonald's. Earnings and revenues handedly beat consensus estimates despite the restaurant chain facing restrictions on the number of hours it could operate. Their earnings came in at $2.37 per share, better than the $2.08 a share that analysts expected. Their revenues of $5.89 billion easily beat analyst projections of $5.53 billion. Their stock comes in as a strong buy with an average upside of 8.5%. And we also heard from Boeing, who swung to a profit in their most recent quarter. The positive results were driven by a rise in commercial volume and reduced period costs, which are costs not involved in product costs. Happily for Boeing's investors, the company reported adjusted earnings of 40 cents per share, which compared favorably with a loss of $4.79 per share in the same quarter last year. Their adjusted earnings also beat analyst expectations of a loss of 72 cents. At the same time, their revenues rose 44% year over year to $17 billion, but still disappointed by missing analyst expectations of $17.78 billion. Analysts currently rate the Boeing stock a moderate buy with an average upside of 17%. Now let's take a look at which stocks are this morning's biggest gainers and losers. Our biggest gainers this morning are led by DD Global. Under the ticker DIDI, they're currently up 15% in the pre-market. They're followed by Full Truck Alliance under the ticker YMM, who's up over 11%, and TAL Education under TAL, up over 8%. Our biggest losers are currently led by iRobot. Under the ticker IRBT, they're currently down nearly 12%, followed by Smith & Nephew under SNN, currently down 7.7%, and Anheuser-Busch under the ticker BUD, down over 5%. So that'll be everything for Thursday's pre-market morning update, getting you up to speed with what you need to know before that opening bell. If you made it to the end of today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and say good morning in the comments down below. I always love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday, and I will see you back here next time.